Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are LA.
It's been a rough first couple of games here at Minute Maid Park. The Angels have dropped the first two against the Houston Astros. It is getaway day, and they try to salvage the finale of this three-game series. The two losses, and that puts the Angels a game back now in the standings in the American League West. The Texas Rangers now with Cole Hamels just 8 games back. We welcome you inside Minute Maid Park and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. Along with Mark Kubica, I'm Victor Rojas. Now, through the first 2 games, the Angels did not have Mike Trout in the lineup, dealing with that sore wrist that happened on Sunday back at the Big A, but he is back in the lineup today, and you hope that that helps this offense.
Yeah, Victor, the reigning MVP, back in the lineup, not only help defensively, but certainly with the offensive side. And take a look at our AT HOU versus Rewind. We go back to the game on Sunday, which he had a very good game, but also a scary game in the outfield. Fastball down and then drives the ball out. He's got great power going the other way, which is very good in this ballpark here because it carries very well to right center field. But that diving attempt as he spins around, the glove comes off the hand, which enabled him to at least get rid of the initial impact on that left wrist. But eventually, the next day it was sore, but he was able to play the rest of the game, including with the bases loaded even further at the right center field for a grand slam for Mike Trout. The things he can do offensively, what he does with this lineup, being a presence in there, it's going to be so important for this club, having him back in there in that number 3 spot and Albert back in the number 4 spot in the lineup.
Well, let's see what happens tonight as the Angels try to pick up the victory for heading back to Southern California. Dodger series that begins tomorrow night. We're going to step away for a moment. When we return, we'll talk about the pitching matchup. Matt Shoemaker on the hill for the Angels, facing new Astros, Scott Kazmir. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. By Jack in the Box. For a limited time, try the new Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack with melted garlic herb butter. By Foster Farms Fresh and Natural, locally grown and no added hormones. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Game series, the Angels trying to salvage one of these three. Matt Shoemaker on the mound for the Angels, and has a little experience against the Astros. They got knocked around a little bit. The long ball was an issue for him in his start back in May.
Well, the big thing is Matt has thrown the ball very well of late in his last 5 games, including 4 starts. 1-2, but an ERA 2.59. Pitched very well his last time out against the Minnesota Twins with 10 punch-outs and 6 innings pitched. Scott Kazmir, his debut as an Astro in Kansas City was very, very solid, but the Angels have had a lot of success against him throughout their career. 3-5 with an ERA about 6.5.
Well, we're just about ready for baseball here in Houston. Sit back and relax. We're going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. Made some noise before the game today as they've just acquired Carlos Gomez, the outfielder from the Milwaukee Brewers, and reliever Mike Fiers, also from the Brewers, in exchange for 4 highly touted prospects. Carlos Gomez adds a different dimension to this Astros lineup, and Gooby, it kind of leads you to believe that maybe George Springer may not be back the rest of the year.
Yeah, this is my conversation, a long conversation I had with Springer yesterday. He's just trying to take it as slow as possible. It looked like he was ready to go early on, but maybe a setback here or there, and he may not be available for quite some time. But that's a good pickup for the Astros, getting Carlos Gomez, who has good power and an outstanding center fielder.
Well, no doubt about that. And not only that, he's a good leadoff man. He's under control through next year. And when you look at the dollars, it's kind of one of those situations where he makes very similar money to that of COLBY RASMUS. RASMUS is just signed to a 1-year deal, so he departs. You use that money to cover Gomez's contract for next year. And Fiers in the bullpen, he's under control for 4 more seasons. So that's a big, big piece to that whole trade. And that's why they gave up what they did give up.
And he could start, too, so he's been able to do that. So you got versatility with a good arm. That's not easy to come by.
Well, the non-waiver trade deadline ends tomorrow, so I'm sure still a bevy of moves to be had. We saw David Price get traded earlier today to the Toronto Blue Jays, and a lot of moving pieces still, with a lot of teams still deciding. I think the White Sox now all of a sudden are buyers as they've played so well and kind of gotten themselves into contention in the wild card. So when you've got the Toronto Blue Jays 7 games back, going out and getting Troy Tulowitzki and David Price, if you've got a shot, and even an outside shot at getting to the postseason, you're going to take that gamble.
And how often we said in baseball, there's a lot of parity in the game. There's no teams really just running away with the divisions. So there's a lot of teams that feel they're 1 or 2 players away.
There's a look at the Astros in first place. 88 days in first place this season. The previous 8 years, a total of 4. The Angels came into the series a game up. They trail the series, or the standings right now, by a game. So a victory today not only salvages this series for the Angels, it makes you feel a little bit better flying back to Southern California, as you are now tied atop the division with the Houston Astros.
Yeah, you just want to play a little bit better baseball. They haven't done so in the first 2 games. Look for them to do so tonight.
Here's Mike Scioscia's starting lineup for the Angels tonight at 55 and 45. Shane Victorino leading things off in left field. Cole Calhoun at right. Mike Trout, as we mentioned, back in the lineup. He's in center. Albert Pujols at first. Eric Aybar short. C.J. Cron at DH. Chris Iannetta behind the plate. Johnny Giavotella gets a start at second. And Taylor Featherston, the Houston product, gets a start at third base. So Connor Gillespie gets the night off with the left-hander on the mound. 31-year-old left-hander, Houston native himself. Scott Kazmir on the hill for Houston.
Yeah, Kazmir's fastball 90-94. There's a slider through the cut fastball, curveball, changeup. Solid ERA so far this year, but my go-to is to be successful against Kazmir. Rattle his confidence. He's a guy that when he gets comfortable on the mound, he is very difficult to hit, and then you work counts. 1-0 counts, 2-0 counts. Very good success for hitters against them, especially not chasing that changeup out of the strike zone.
Second start as a member of the Astros, his first here at home, so pitching in front of the home crowd for the first time where he grew up. Let's take a look at the defense behind Kazmir tonight. It's Tucker, Marisnick, and Rasmus in the outfield from left to right. The infield with LOWRIE, CORREA, Altuve, and Balbuena over at first base. Castro behind the plate for the first time in the series.
And LOWRIE playing third base. It's been a while since he's been in an Astro uniform since April 27th. His first game, he had a thumb injury. His first game at third base since 2011. And he's a member of the Boston Red Sox. So you got to keep that in mind as you try to work him as far as force him maybe or field some bunts down that third base line.
Shane Victorino ready to lead things off. Just kind of,
he is really ready.
I'm combining both words, just trying to shorten up the whole thing for myself. Tonight's first pitch being delivered by the UPS store. Just made one minor move. They sent down Mike Moore after the game yesterday and called up Corey Rasmus. Been on the DL all season long. Victorino swings the first one. And it's an 0-1 count. Looks like maybe lost a handle there on that swing. Shane hit 245, has a home run. 4 runs batted in. Did not get into the game last night. It's a starting left fielder. Tuesday night's game and went 1 for 4 with a bunt base hit up the first base line. That's why Balbuena is playing in on the grass.
A lot of fastballs when you face Kazmir combined between cut fastball and normal fastball. 70% of his pitches are going to be fastballs.
Got a changeup on that one, and it's 1-2. Second appearance for Kazmir against the Angels this year. The other on June 21st. It's cued foul. That was in Oakland. Picked up the win, went 7 1/3, gave up a run on 6 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. His 9th career start against the Angels. 1-2 again. Victorino swinging a miss on the off-speed pitch, and there's the first down of the ballgame.
Monday key for this game for the Angels to be successful against Kazmir and the Astros. Going a little Aerosmith. What it takes. That means getting someone over with a man on second, no outs, driving someone into a man on third. Whatever it takes to be able to win this game. Very, very important to have some momentum before you go home to take on a very difficult Los Angeles Dodger club, and also put you back and tied for first place with a win tonight.
Cole steps in with the shift on. And he takes inside. Cole 1 for 9 in the series. He had a single back in the opening game last night. 0 for 4 with 3 punch outs. It's Lance McCullers ended up picking up the win. Garrett Richards suffered the loss. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Hitters hitting 300, 3 for 10 against Kazmir. In these counts, Cole Calhoun, .571 career hitter against Kazmir. 4 for 7. The couple of RBI.
This is hit into the shift. One hopper down, Jose Altuve. 2 down.
That's a pitch when Cole is going well. He's going to drive that ball to left center field. That was a pitch on the outer part of the plate and down. You try to pull that ball, you're going to hit a ground ball to second base.
So 2 outs and the base is clear for Trout. It's the first 2 games of this series. Comes in batting .315, 31 home runs, 64 RBIs.
I wonder how many cut fastballs and fastballs in he's going to see during the course of this at-bat end game.
Or if he sees anything good to hit. Two balls, no strikes. Kazmir making his 20th start of the year, 6-5, a 2.24 ERA. 116 and 2/3 innings, just 87 hits allowed. Two and 1. Say what you want about Scott Kazmir and his stay with the Angels. It's one heck of a ride back to the big leagues.
Yeah, consider where he had to go to get back independent baseball, really get back to the big leagues. Amazing story.
Two one now. Trout fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And bottom hand coming off the bat there.
See on this swing as he's following it through. Let's go with the bat pretty quickly. Remember, even the highlight we showed on the opening, the grand slam later in the game after injuring his wrist. He's all the way through on his swing.
That right there, anyways, is a good sign. I mean, he just took a little practice swing, and it's different, though. I know what you're saying is that from a practice swing, just playing with the bat as opposed to taking a full swing with impact on a baseball.
That's why I thought that cut fastball maybe throwing a lot in on him.
Pulls this one foul.
There it is again. Throughout this season against the Astros is 8 for 36, but 4 home runs. Cut fastball in. Trying to stay on the handle of the bat against him with that cut fastball.
Two outs, nobody on. Pujols on deck. Just underway here in Houston. Time was called.
Looked like Castro wanted a cut fastball in and then another fastball in. Shook off, threw a fastball away. It's good at bat for Trout.
Back inside. Here's a 3-2, and that is upstairs for ball 4. Lays off that high fastball on a borderline pitch.
Or if you look at our Fox tracks here, this looks like this fastball gets the upper part of the strike zone. Around belt high. It's the walk, though.
Saw Kazmir with his hands on his hips. He thought he had it. Clint Fagan calling the balls and strikes tonight. Chad Fairchild at first, Sam Holbrook at second. And Craig Gibson, the crew chief, over at third.
Looks like Mike Trout's going to put something on his wrist area as he's on the bases now. A little wrist guard right now.
Albert last night 1 for 4. The one was a home run in the 9th inning of Luke Rangerson, his 550th of his career, 30th of the season. Albert 5 back of tying Manny Ramirez for 14th all time. Home run list. Fastball right down the pipe for a strike.
Off speed pitch, inner half of the plate. And Albert
As usual, does not miss a mistake. He hits that one out. His 30th home run and 64th RBI of the season for Albert Pujols.
Albert hits one sharply over to third, knocked down by Lowrie. He will pick it up, fire to first, and Pujols retiring for the third out. Boy, that was a rocket over to the Astros third baseman. We'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. As presented by their first-year skipper A.J. Hinch. Houston at 57 and 45. And Altuve, Tucker, and Correa the top third of its order. Valbuena, the cleanup hitter at first base tonight. Then Lowrie and Rasmus in the middle third. Carter, Castro, and Marisnick, with Carter serving as a DH. As they take on Matt Shoemaker, making his 19th appearance, 18th start of the season. He has a 5-7 record and a 4.55 ERA.
I talked about how well he has thrown, especially in his last 5 appearances, 2.59 ERA. But my go-tos for Shoemaker to be successful is get ahead of the count. Look at the batting average ahead of the count. 258 behind in the count, 296, especially against this lineup for the Astros. Work ahead of the count, expand the strike zone, get some swing and misses.
Altuve leading things off, first breaking ball upstairs. Altuve 304 average, 9 home runs, 49 RBIs. 1 for 4 game yesterday. RBI single in the 5th. Night after the 5 RBI game that he had on Tuesday. Broken bat, bounce, a foul. New lumber on its way to the plate. Last appearance for Shoemaker was a win. That was against the Minnesota Twins on July 21st. No runs, 2 hits, 6 innings of work, and 10 strikeouts. 3 walks. First time he had pitched in the game since July 12th prior to the All-Star break. And that was a relief appearance. Back inside. Good action too on that one.
Yeah, good two-seam fastball, runs down and in. Altuve's very good on elevated pitches, both out over the plate and even inside. We'll chase a breaking ball or split finger fastball in the dirt.
Ground ball over to third. Featherston has it. 1 down. That's how the Angels stack up defensively tonight. Shane Victorino left, Mike Trout in center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield with Featherston, Ivar, Giavotella, and Pujols surrounding the infield from third to first. Chris Iannetta back behind the plate.
It's good to have Mike Trout back out in center field, controlling that big outfield here in center field here in the park. 3 outfielders, says 0 errors so far this year. That's in 250 270, I should say, fielding chances this year for Mike Trout. We play more shallow and cover a lot more ground.
Preston Tucker takes outside. The left fielder last night homering in the 6th inning. 2 home runs allowed by Garrett. First time he had done that. Multiple home runs in a game since 2013. This was lifted out toward left center field. Towering pop-up. Shane VICTORINO's underneath it. 2 outs. Here comes Cardinals Correa. Astros shortstop hitting .298. Kept 1 hit last night, a single. 3-hit game Tuesday night. 9 home runs, 28 RBIs with native of Puerto Rico. Houston has played very good baseball here at home on the season, and especially here of late. This one's pulled to left field. That's a base hit. Going over to cut it off. Correa will stop at first with a 2-out knock. Houston's won 6 straight here at home and 11 of 12. And the best home record in the American League at 35 and 17.
They can hit the long ball. They're very aggressive on the bases. 75 stolen bases as a team. Done a very nice job as far as taking over this club for the first season. 12 games over 500. Last year, 22 games under 500 as a team.
Valbuena tonight getting to start at first base. Just a 200 average, but 19 home runs on the year.
As a team, 82 home runs at home this year, the Astros.
19 blasts for Valbuena leads the Astros. There's Carter's second with 17. And Evan Gattis with 16. First game at first base this year. Two balls, no strikes.
So you have a first baseman, his first game at first this year. You have a third baseman, his first game at third base since 2011. For both corner infielders, not a lot of experience in their positions. That's why you force them to field some bunts.
Good lead for Correa at first base. And that is just outside. 3-0 now. That's a team, especially in this ballpark, the last thing you want to do is give extra pitches, extra bases, extra at-bats in a particular inning, because it could all just come back to haunt you with one swing of the bat.
Also putting you in positions where you have to throw certain pitches and counts.
3-1.
Well, we talked about that on the pregame show today, how important it is against this lineup to get ahead of the count, because they will swing and miss. When you can get yourself into those good counts and throw your secondary pitches, you can get some swing and misses. But when they're in good fastball counts, they are very dangerous.
Halo's got a 2-out walk by Trout. Pujols grounded out sharp at the end of the first inning. Should make a retiring Altuve and Tucker. For Correa single to left. And there's ball 4. So 2 on, 2 outs, and Jed Lowrie coming to the plate. Because of the injury, Lowry's only played in 18 games this year. Torn ligament in his right thumb. He was on a slide at home late April. .300 average, 4 doubles, 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Takes a strike. His 53rd start at the major league level at third base tonight. Correa at second and Valbuena at first. Bottom of the first. In the air to shallow left field. Victorino's there. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 complete here in Houston. We're scoreless. Due up second against Scott Kazmir. It's Eric Ivar leading things off against the former Angel. And 2 years plus 1 game wearing the Angels uniform. 11-17 record at a 5.31 ERA. About to make a boatload of money. The offseason is a free agent to be.
Eric Ibar 7 for 11 against Kazmir.
Drops a bunt on the third base slide, barehanded by Lowrie, and it's an infield base hit.
Looks like we thought might be the case. 2 inexperienced corner infielders. Perfect bunt. Played well by Jed Lowrie, but perfect bunt by Eric Ibar. Right down that third base line. Lowrie came in on that well, used the bare hand, but no chance to throw Eric Ibar leading off with a single.
It'll bring up Crone. DH once again. CJ last night 1 for 4 with a double. 1 for 7 in the series. Big lead for Ibar. Got the bottom part of the strike zone, but Fagan doesn't call it. Looks like he got a tight zone tonight.
Certainly not calling anything on the corner so far in this game. Base stealers have been successful all 6 attempts against Kazmir this year.
This is fouled off. Now, when you're successful against a left-handed pitcher, is that more a product of he's got a bad move, or he does something that indicates he's going home as opposed to first?
Yeah, he still has a pretty good move. He has one pickoff. He has 25 career pickoffs. He's more so everyone's going right now on first movement. He's not holding the ball as long as he has in the past. And utilizing a slide step more so. He used to be able to bring that leg up and hold it up there for a while and be able to get runners trying to steal a base against him, but he's more into that being quicker to the plate. So as a base stealer, you can guess that and go along with that first movement and take a shot at stealing a base against him.
Changeup caught the top part of the strike zone. 2-2. Reaching for the off speed.
That's 3 times in a row we've seen him use a slide step, Kazmir. So he hasn't lifted the leg up to be able to freeze Eric Ibar at first base. He's trying to be quicker to the plate. His time's quicker than in the past.
Two on the way. Broken bat flare out to shallow left center field. Tucker racing in. He's there. He's going to make the catch. Ibar heads back to first. Bring up Chris Iannetta. Hey, folks, the Angels host the Indians on August the 4th at 7:05. And fans in attendance will receive an MLB Network tote bag while supplies last. Purchase tickets at the stadium box office, or you can get them online. Crone shattering his bat on that pitch from Kazmir. Iannetta will bat here. With Ibar standing at first. Carlos Perez got the start last night. Chris behind the plate Tuesday night. Went 1 for 3 with a home run. Batting average at an even 200. 8 home runs on the year, 26 RBIs. He will look at the strike. Kazmir making the second appearance wearing that Astros uniform. His debut was spectacular at Kansas City. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts through 91 pitches. So the first Ibar back.
Astros done a nice job of throwing out would-be base stealers this year, throwing a little over 32%. A little bit above the average. An improvement from the last couple of seasons.
Two balls and a strike. Kazmir trying to establish that outside part of the plate against righties. Hasn't quite done so as of yet.
Mike Scioscia doesn't like to put hit and run on too often with a left-handed pitcher. We'll see for the move from Kazmir. You could probably put that on.
A 3-1 count with GIAVOTELLA on deck. I think this ballpark has an effect on how Kazmir approaches not only the Angels but other teams in general.
Yeah, I think he'll throw more cut fastballs in, but generally stay away.
And that is skies with the right. It's playable for RASMUS. That pitch split the heart of the plate. Got underneath it. 2 down.
He's Especially being a lefty in this yard, you're going to generally stack your lineup with right-handed batters, so you throw that cut fastball in off the plate. Very difficult to keep fair, but then you throw the fastballs away, change-ups away, backdoor, cut fastballs, and sliders.
Casper in his career, just 3 starts in this ballpark. It's 2-0, 8 runs in 15 1/3 innings with a 4.70 ERA. Grew up in the area, Cypress Falls High School. Johnny hitting .267 last night in the 8th spot. They're going 1 for 4 with an RBI single. A 9th inning rally for the Angels against Luke Gregerson. Fell short. 2 runs in. Angels lost 6-3. Flips this one out to shallow right. Rasmus playing shallows there. He'll make the catch. So leadoff single, stranded at first base. One to the bottom of the second with no score. Shoemaker gave up a 2-out single and walk, but got out of it with Lowry with the fly ball to left. Rasmus, the right fielder, hitting .236, 13 home runs, 36 RBIs. Brother Corey back in the Angels bullpen. Abdominal surgery, late spring training.
Chance to talk to him today. He looked good. He said he felt great. Good to have him back. That versatility he gives Mike Scioscia. Some innings potentially out of the bullpen.
I think it was he last year. The second half, especially making those spot starts. And as much as we begged for Scioscia to keep him in there 5-6 innings, regardless of the pitch count, no chance. But it does give him another dimension, another power arm in that bullpen to go with Trevor Gott.
Four quality pitches he has. We talked in, Mike Scioscia said the same thing. The Angels don't win the division last year without Matt Shoemaker. You can make that same statement too with that Rasmus, how important he was and what he did as far as his role on the team last year.
Scioscia has made it clear. People asked about Rasmus and would you make him a spot starter? They've talked about lengthening him out as this one's popped up on the infield. Featherston coming in, Ibar as well, and Eric takes charge. 1 out. But Mike's response has been that ship has sailed. Corey came up, drafted by the Braves, was a starter in the minor leagues, didn't work out for him. And so at this point of his career, he is what he is, and he's very good at what he is. So why change things?
Yeah, and we've seen in baseball how important a bullpen is. Not only your closer, but your setup men and your long men, middle guys in your bullpen. If you're a strong, deep bullpen, you have a chance of being a very good team.
Goes Carter, check swing bouncer toward third. Featherston will let it go foul.
And baseball probably doesn't roll foul in Anaheim, but here at Minute Maid Park rolls foul. Good decision for Featherston, especially consider where he's playing against Carter. Jammed him. Carter sees that and he's running down the line. Wilson lets that one roll foul. Good decision.
Chris Carter with 17 home runs. 185. 45 runs batted. It did not play last night. The 1-for-4 game in the Tuesday night's game, a 2-run blast off C.J. Wilson. Swing and a miss. Down goes Carter. 2 outs. First punch out for Shoe.
And ahead of the count 0-2 can expand the strike zone. Good off-speed pitch. Like a split finger fastball to get a swing and miss. Shoemaker's so important to that grip. Split finger fastball drops straight down. Great location. Good motion with that split finger fastball for Shoemaker.
Jason Castro seeing action for the first time behind the plate in this series. Hank Conn got the start in the first 2 games. .215 batting average for the former Stanford product. 7 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Skies this one out to right. Rainmaker with a fly ball. Cole Calhoun comes in. And Shoemaker with a 1-2-3 second. We'll head to the third. The Angels have 9-1-2 coming up. We're scoreless. Use hashtag WestDataStrong. Fan just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast. And as always, it's brought to you by T-Mobile. Taylor Featherstone, Shane Victorino, and Cole Calhoun for the Angels here in the third. Scott Kazmir has 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 1 hit allowed. That was a bunt base hit by Eric Ibar leading off the second. And then Kazmir got 3 fly ball outs. Ibar was anchored at first. Huge foul on the very first pitch, and it's an 0-1 count. Taylor getting the start at third base tonight. 143 average this year for the Rule 5 pick. A home run, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs. Grew up in Katy, Texas, suburb of Houston. Taylor High School and TCU. No balls, 2 strikes. It's a battle of Houston here. Kazmir and Featherstone. It's all on the line.
Yeah. Right now, Kazmir ahead of the count. See if Featherstone can put it in play.
Handles this year against left-handed pitching as a team. 247 team batting average. Featherstone goes down swing. Kazmir wins round 1. He picks up his 2nd strikeout of the night.
Good velocity on that fastball. At 94, 4-seam fastball. Straight over the top. It's a good cut action to it also.
Victorino strikeout, victim of the first. Start tonight at left field. .12 for 36 against left-handers this year. A couple of stints on the DL, calf strain and a hamstring this year. Corner infielders playing in just in case. And that is lined to left. It's going to hang up for Tucker. 2 outs. Squared up, but right to the Astros left fielder.
There's been a couple baseballs hit extremely hard. Victorino and Pujols. Nothing to show for it so far, though.
Cole 0 for 1 as he grounded out to Altuve.
Look what Tucker does is play a pretty shallow left field, especially in this ballpark, like Fenway Park. Take away the baseballs in front of you. If it's hits and squared up high, it's got a chance going out of the ballpark or off the wall anyhow. Take away the single.
Two balls, no strikes. And now with the addition of Carlos Gomez, when Springer comes back, kind of a waste of having one of those guys play left. So much speed, so much coverage by all 3. This is pulled foul. 2-1. Marisnick can go on and get him, as can Gomez, Springer. Tucker's like the perfect fit for this left field, but obviously, well, maybe this year he'll get some playing time, depending on when Springer, if he does come back.
Well, Springer is a very special player himself. Well, if he came back and you have Springer, Gomez, Altuve, and Correa, your top 4 in your lineup, you're a very dangerous lineup.
Two balls, 2 strikes with Trout on deck. Scoreless here in the third. 2-2 now. Cole reaches for this one. Rolls it over to Val Buenum. Then a 1-2-3 inning for Scott Kazmir. Right at the bottom of the inning, still scoreless.
Trucks, two of the most dynamic players in their sports, J.J. Watts and Mike Trout. Earlier today, Cole Calhoun shaking hands, and Mike Trout throwing some BP to J.J. Watts. Just threw a couple of them, but eventually J.J. Watts was hitting the ball on the train tracks out in left field. The two-time defensive player of the year in 2012 and 2014. Last year had 20.5 sacks, also 4 forced fumbles. And Mike Trout generally gigantic, but when you put him up next to J.J. Watts, now you know why he likes baseball better than football. That is a large man right there in J.J. Watts. 3 touchdowns as a tight end last year, too, for the Texans.
Talented guy, man. He's all over the place on the football field.
Also returned a interception for a touchdown, so 4 touchdowns last year.
9-1-2 against Shoemaker here in the third. Marisnick looks at a strike. He's the center fielder tonight. 238 average, 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Marisnick with a couple of hits last night, a double and a single, going 2 for 4. Shoemaker with 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Good pitch down and in. 1-2.
It's really worked that good 2-seam fastball to run it in, down and in against right-handed batters.
Got him looking on the outside corner, or perhaps just off the outside corner for the first out.
It was all set up because of that 2-seam fastball off the plate, down and in. And Shoemaker goes 4-seam fastball away. It's the call early in the game. Vega was not calling the corners. Now all of a sudden open that up a little bit.
Altuve 0 for 1. Looks at a strike. Grounded out to Featherston in the first inning. And that got him. But that fastball in. Altuve's on board. Hit by pitch.
And dealing with that speed right away. 28 stolen bases. With that 2-seam fastball, just a little bit more lateral action than sinking action. Ends up hitting him in the thigh. Altuve generally likes to try to go early in the count, first or second pitch.
League leader in stolen bases. 28 of them. He's been caught 9 times. Tucker, a fly ball to left in his first plate appearance. Grounds this one. Looked like it hit the glove of Shoemaker. But it gets through for a base hit, so 2 on with 1 out. But if Matt gloves that, that's an inning-ending double play.
Yeah, it almost looked like he tried to avoid catching that, thinking it was a middle infielder going to be there. Just off the glove. Shoemaker generally feels his position well. Right back up the middle. And there he looks. I see a daylight play as far as GIAVOTELLA or Guybar as far as a pickoff at second base. And a daylight play is what he'll do as a second baseman. You show the glove as a pitcher, you pick that off and throw. Guybar's so far away from the base right now, it's going to be up to GIAVOTELLA to keep Altuve close.
Carlos Correa at the plate. Altuve with a big lead at second. GIAVOTELLA wanted to pick off at 10. Shoemaker delivers a strike. Correa with a base hit in the first.
There's 2 different type of pickoffs you can put on as a second baseman. One, show the glove, pitcher picks that and turns around, or when the pitcher turns around and looks at the target, you see the back of the head and it's a timing play. You turn around and fire the ball to second base.
Good off-speed pitch, 0-2. Second time tonight that the Astros have had multiple base runners on board. The other was the 2 outs in the first. Oh, 2 upstairs.
Almost got him to chase that one. It was close enough to the upper part of the strike zone.
Down the dirt, smothered by Anaheim. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pitch right in dirt, blocked very well by Iannetta. Tracks it well to see if Altuve would try to advance. You do as a catcher in an all-speed pitch, anticipate that one being in the dirt and have your shoulders squared up.
Third career game for Shoemaker. First start in this ballpark for him. 2-2, and he got him swinging. Down goes Correa as he asked Clint Fagan if that pitch was going to be a strike. 2 outs.
Looked like he was looking off speed, got a fastball instead. You can even tell by the swing here. He was trying to protect. He was thinking split finger fastball or slider. Instead got a fastball at 91.
Valbuena with a walk in the first. The only free pass issued by Hou. He pulls this one down the line. Pujols has it. He'll take it himself, and no damage against Matt Shoemaker. We have played 3 here in Houston. We're still scoreless.
Albert Pujols, as far as teammates with get to the first in the majors with 30 or more home runs each. You got Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris. We've mentioned them before. Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Greg Luzinski, the Bull, and Mike Schmidt, Jim Rice, and Tony Armas. Some amazing names that these two have put themselves with this year, as far as the first to reach that 30 home run plateau in baseball.
Trout, Pujols, and Ibar here in the 4th inning against Scott Kazmir. Michael walk in the first. The only base on balls issued by the lefty. Kazmir 2 strikeouts, 1 hit. That was the bunt base hit by Ibar leading off the second. Ground ball slowly hit to the right side. Altuve has it. Trout retired for the first down.
Well, we anticipate a lot of pitches inside from Kazmir to Mike Trout, testing that wrist. Jammed him again with that fastball inside going down the line because that was hit so slow the Trout made it a close play at first base.
Albert 0 for 1. Grounded out sharply to Jed Lowrie.
And you're at home, you're thinking, why is he pitching more so inside to Mike Trout? Is because of that wrist, just trying to make sure he keeps that sting as a pitcher on a very powerful hitter from getting their arms extended.
Albert lifts one out to right field. Rasmus drifting back at the wall will make the catch. Well, a little more carry than I thought. 2 down.
And when a power hitter can get their arms extended, even if it's a pitch down and towards the end of the bat, you could still hit the ball hard the other way, and that's what Albert did. The ball was drifting and drifting towards the wall in right field because he was able to get his arms extended. Rasmus just in front of the wall makes the play.
8 straight retired by Kazmir since that bunt base hit by Ibar. Eric steps up now. Halos with 1 hit, the Astros with 2. Back-to-back changeups. Ibar up.
50 pitches thrown for Kazmir. Very effective, 33 in the strike zone.
Off the plate, 2-1. Cue shot foul. 2-2. Another changeup.
Crazy thing, both pitchers tonight almost landing in the exact same spot on the mound. One being a left-handed pitcher, the other being a right-handed pitcher. Doesn't happen all that much, but both of them land in that same general spot on the mound. See that mark right there in the front, both landing, both with very solid mechanics. Different spots on the pitching rubber.
We're not close. Full count now. Threw him another one. Broke his bat. Rolls on to CORREA. A 1-2-3 inning for Kazmir. That's 9 straight that he's retired. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Still scoreless.
Yes, indeed.
Join Mark Rogan, Dino, Brian Hayward for a sneak peek at what to expect for the defending Pacific Division champions in the upcoming season. Plus Bob Murray, Executive Vice President, General Manager, sit down. Exclusive one-on-one interview to discuss the team's roster moves. It all starts tonight at 10 p.m. only on Prime Ticket.
Camps open up in September.
It's kind of why Ken French is here.
Yes, indeed. Just get that little inside information.
Kind of segue into the off-season report.
Ah, Frenchie.
He's a quacker. Shoemaker back to work to face Lowrie, Rasmus, and Carter here in the fourth. Lowrie a fly ball to left in the first. Shoemaker at 40 pitches, 27 have been strikes, 3 punch outs, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 2 singles. That is driven out to center field. Trout on his horse racing back, has a beat, makes the catch, 1 down. Hey folks, the Angels will host the Baltimore Orioles on August the 7th at 7:05, and fans in attendance will receive a Garrett Richards bobblehead courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino while supplies last. Get your tickets online, or you can swing by the Big A box office.
Started off real good for Garrett last night and fell behind in some counts. A couple home runs, which is highly unusual for Garrett.
Rasmus popped out of the infield. That one misses out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that is hit high and deep to right, but foul.
Slightly out front.
Yeah, that's good crowds here for midweek games. Last night ended up having almost 32,000. Starting to pick up momentum here in H-Town. A lot of folks, I'll tell you what, wearing a lot of Astros gear everywhere.
Yes, they are. They're really starting to believe in this team. As well they should with the young talent they have.
Halo's a game back. The Houston Astros. Texas currently trailing the Yankees 5-4. They're 8 back. Fouled off. Count remains full. That deal, by the way, for Cole Hamels still not official. Just read today where deals in place. They're still just going through medicals. Interesting how some of those deals take longer while the Brewers Astros one done. Little flare out to center. That'll fall in for a 1-out single. But this time last night Gomez was going to the Mets, right?
Exactly. Finally, that deal with the Dodgers, what Braves and Marlins is complete.
Just 13 players.
Yeah, just a few people involved.
That's it. So not only did the Dodgers take on a lot of guys, they also DFA a lot of guys today. Mike Morse being one of the guys. Picked them up and just DFA'd them. I would imagine, or I would, let's put it this way, would not be surprised if the San Francisco Giants end up, if he gets to them,
yeah, they would definitely like to have him back.
Carter struck out in the second. Howard missing low, and it's 2 balls, no strikes.
50 pitches thrown for Shoemaker so far. 32 of them have been strikes, 18 out of the strike zone. Pretty effective getting ahead of the count.
Rasmus, not a big lead over at first base. Still check in on him. Scoreless here in the 4th. Quick throw over there. Trying to catch him dozing off as he walked off the base.
Showing a couple of different moves Shoemaker was.
Jason Castro on deck. Lays off the breaking ball. Did not go. 3-0 now.
Gotta be careful throwing a fastball middle part of the plate against Cardinal on a 3-0 pitch. He will be swinging.
Oh my. Surprised Carter didn't hack on that one. That's usually very swinging his spot. 3-1.
A lot of times when a power hitter misses a pitch, he could have did some damage. He'll expand the strike zone the very next pitch.
(3-1) fouled off, full count. See if Rasmus takes off here.
Very difficult to do so with one out, especially for a guy who will swing and miss often. Carter now with 120 strikeouts on the season.
Rasmus takes off, and that's a foul ball. Big jump for Rasmus, too.
Hit the slow breaking pitch also. Move back in to see if there's any contact made.
Colby takes off again. Carter swinging a miss. No throw from Iannetta. They're saying contact at the plate.
Looked like the bat hit Iannetta.
Yeah, and that's in there putting him back. Now, Mike Scioscia is probably going to argue that he should be out, but Greg Gibson running down the third base line. Maybe Gibson will have a different interpretation here.
See that arm wrapped up from that foul, and that baseball hit his arm yesterday. Gibson.
So it's a strikeout of Carter, 2 outs here. Rasmus back to first.
So because of the contact on the follow through on the swing from Carter, impeded the throw or a potential throw from Chris Iannetta. And a nice little slider and a follow through. Some on the back. And we're talking about the contact made with Iannetta on the follow through on the swing from Carter.
So Rasmus back at first, 2 outs, and here's Castro at a fly ball right in his first at bat. Takes that pitch inside. Upstairs. A 2-0 count. He's fallen behind some hitters in this inning.
He's able to come back against Carter to get a swing miss on the slider after falling behind 3-0. Carter took that fastball inside corner. 18 pitches so far in this inning. Thrown 39 through 3 innings.
Movement on that fastball. 2-1 count now. Two one. Castro skies one out to center. Playable for Trout. And the Astros are done here in the 4th. We will head to the 5th here at Minute Maid. Still no score. Highway miles per gallon. This car was made for driving in California. Visit Dodge.com. By AT HOU, more live channels on the go than cable.
And by Subaru. Test drive the all-new 2015 Subaru Forester or go to Subaru.com to learn more.
Top of the 5th inning with no score. The Angels have Cronin out of GIAVOTELLA coming up here to face Scott Kazmir. Roof closed here on this hot, muggy week in Houston, as it is pretty much every week during the summer. Hence the roof. Crone, 0 for 1, a fly ball to left. I like this ballpark.
Yes, no question.
Tractable roof.
Certainly a good hitter's yard, that's for sure.
Be interesting to see once they're done with that renovation out in center field, right center, how it impacts the offense. A 2-1 count. A lot of off-speed pitches tonight from Scott Kazmir.
He's had a good feel for his changeup coming in. Averaged around 20% of his pitches would be changeups. A little bit more so today.
Crone gets jammed. Pops one up to first. 1 out.
Throwing that changeup away. Cut fastball in. Well, he had a stretch in his high school career. Kazmir was phenomenal. He had 4 straight no-hitters in high school. He was going for a 5th straight, but gave up a hit with 2 outs in the 7th. And came right back with 2 more no-hitters in high school.
Good reason to draft him out of high school.
I would say so.
All right, that a fly ball to right. His first at bat. 2 balls, no strikes. The Mets' first round pick, 15th overall in 2002. And the very bad trade to the Rays, for the Mets anyway. Victor Zambrano.
At one point when Kazmir was with the Rays, the Devil Rays at that point, he had one of the best sliders. He felt that was a pitch and hurt his elbow. He hasn't thrown as many sliders since that point.
So change up again, 2-2. Pretty close to being a strike, borderline. Full count.
Corner of Fox tracks just a little bit off the outside corner. Not quite touching that outside corner. Another full count.
3-2 on the way. Well, he takes ball 4. Went back to that changeup. Seen that more and more nowadays. Hey folks, join us for Italian Heritage Night. That's August the 8th, and the Angels take on the Orioles at 6:05. Purchase your Italian package online and receive an Italian Angels hat. Great seats to the game. To purchase your package, visit angels.com/Italy. It's a good looking hat.
It is a great hat.
Here's Giavotella. Johnny will fly ball to right. Get a bowl of soup with that hat.
Perfect.
Perfect timing with the read too, with Iannetta and Giavotella back to back.
It is all about timing.
1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels have had 3 base runners in this game. 2 walks and a single. Nobody's reached second.
That was a bunt single.
Yep.
And this is a guy with an ERA, career ERA against the Angels at 6.42.
One on the corner, 1-2.
This boy Kazmir is yet to give up a run as an Astro. 7 shutout innings against Kansas City, his first start.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Angels will head home to Southern California, take on the Dodgers beginning tomorrow night. Dodger Stadium. Johnny shoots it back up the middle, deflected over to Altuve. They get the lead runner. Still no man at second base. 2 outs.
It's a good play by Altuve to react, to go one way, to back to the other way, and field and still get the lead runner at second base. Good swing from Giavotella right back up the middle, off the glove of Kazmir, but fields it, flips it over to CORREA for the force out at second. Well done by Altuve. He's going one way, he has to stop and go back the other way. But a perfect feed, knowing you're not going to get a double play. Get the force out at second.
So 2 outs, and here's Featherston, a strikeout victim in the 3rd. One and 0. Angels are scheduled to face Clayton Kershaw tomorrow night. Zach Greinke on Saturday afternoon. Reading that it's possible they get Matt Latos on Sunday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels with counter with Hector Santiago, Andrew Heaney, and then C.J. Wilson. 3 lefties. Take a look at the Honda upcoming schedule, as we just mentioned. Freeway Series.
Good pitching matchup. Couple of All-Stars. Clayton Kershaw, MVP the National League last year. He's on a roll. Doing the ball exceptionally well of late. Hector's been great too. His last 6 starts, 3-0 with an ERA under 2.
This year, 3-game series, home and home. One ball, 2 strikes on Featherston. Just blew the fastball right by. The Angels are done here in the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still scoreless. Transmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Glad to see the Angel fans made it all the way from Southern California, looking to pick up 1 of 3 here, needing a victory really to get back atop the division, tied with Houston. Otherwise, you're going into the weekend series against the Dodgers, 2 down against the West. The West, I should say, and then Houston will stay at home to play the Diamondbacks coming into town for 3.
Dodgers in a battle for themselves in NL West is the half-game lead over the Giants.
Marisnick skies one down the left field line. Shane Victorino moving over and will not have a play on. Not a lot of room there between that foul line and the wall. Pretty sweet kicks at Victorino's scored tonight.
He's quick.
Marisnick struck out looking into 3rd.
Very similar sequence to his first at bat. First pitch fastball followed by a 2-seam fastball inside. Last time up, he swung at it.
Fouled back. 1-2. 4 strikeouts tonight for Shoemaker. 1 walk. 3 hits allowed. Said 1 batter knows Altuve. Jose's on deck now. Out to right. One down. On either side, there's only been one leadoff man reach so far tonight. That was Ibar. The bump base hit. The second. Taylor's limping to the finish line of July. Such a good month of baseball too for the Angels. Even coming out of the All-Star break, and that's always a challenge especially when you're hot going into the break.
Sarnoff had a great start to the homestand. In the first 6 of them.
Counting it up at 1-1 on Altuve. He's 0 for 1. Good location. And he was maybe thinking coming back inside now.
Pulled off on that bit. The head flew open. He was looking to do some damage. A 2-1 count. Now he'll change up his approach, even up in the count if you throw a fastball away. But head of the count, tried to hook that one in the left field.
Back outside, 2-2. And he got it. Foul tipped it into the mid. 2 outs.
I think he was guessing again inside. Trying to fastball, 4-seam fastball away, unable to make contact.
Preston Tucker 1 for 2 tonight. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left on for the Angels. No runs, 3 hits, 5 left on for Houston. Lays off the high fastball. 1-1. The game's currently being played. Minnesota leading Seattle 7-3. Getting a 4-game setup at Target Field. Yankees and the Rangers tied at 5 now. Boston leading the White Sox 3-2. Tucker skies one out to center, and it's Trout coming in. Matt Shoemaker with a 1-2-3 fifth, 5 complete. We got the top of the order coming up for the Halos with no score.
Both pitchers have it on their game tonight. Scott Kazmir's had a very solid changeup. His cut fastball has been very effective also. Matt Shoemaker dealing with slider, split finger fastball for him throughout this game, and he's been hating that fastball on the outside part of the plate, getting ahead of the count. Both very similar as far as pitch counts. 72 for Shoemaker, 73 for Kazmir.
3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Kazmir. Just 1 hit allowed. Shane Victorino leading things off. Looks at ball 1. Victorino 0 for 2. A strikeout in the first, a fly ball to left in the third. More of a line drive to Tucker. He squared it up right to the left fielder. Lowry third, Valbuena at first, anticipating a bunt. They're playing in. Bunt's foul.
Valbuena, the only one over on that side of the infield and playing in, so a lot of room for Victorino to hit the ball that way. He could square up and kind of push bunt the ball towards second base.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you look at that alignment, you're not trying to deaden one up the first base line. You take your shots and pushing one by him. This one's in the air to left. Tucker moving over. He'll make the catch for the first down. Victorino got that one off the end of the bat. Brings up Calhoun.
Twice Cole's tried to pull an outside pitch against Kazmir's, rolled the ground ball to second and to first.
Cole 1 for his last 13. Back up the middle, there's a base hit.
That's a nice job by Cole, just staying back and punching the ball through that left side of the infield.
Stay tuned after tomorrow night's Angels-Dodgers game for a highly anticipated debut of Mike Trout before the Bigs. We take a look at Mike Trout's life from childhood to the majors. How his family and community shaped him into the person and superstar athlete he is today. It all starts tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. after Angels Live, right here on Fox Sports West.
So far, he's been pitched inside quite a bit in his first 2 at-bats. And the team is not quite the same without Mike Trout in the lineup. The reason why he's been an MVP, runner-up twice in his career.
0 for 1 tonight. Now it misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. No score as we play here in the 6th inning. 80 pitches now for Kazmir, 49 of it strikes. Calhoun over at first. Popped up on the first base side into foul territory. Valbuena, a long run, and will make the catch. 2 outs. Not an easy play by the normal third baseman. Makes a nice play out of it. 2 outs.
And a different read off the bat to try to cover that ground as a first baseman. Different route for him. So Valbuena has made a lot of good plays as a third baseman we've seen. And a nice play there as a first baseman. Scott Kazmir. This is a nice play.
Albert 0 for 2 with a ground down and a fly ball to right. Took Rasmus to the wall in right field. He went down and got one. Stayed in the yard, of course. He will look at the strike. 0-2.
Castro brought that back in the strike zone. That pitch was about a half a baseball or so off the outside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Cole over at first. Now the Skies are down the line. Rasmus a long run. This one headed to the seats, though. Cole will cut back across the diamond to first.
Albert with 49 career home runs against the Astros during the regular season, 6 more in the postseason.
.285 career hitter in this ballpark. One and 2.
Albert is 4 for his last 33 in his last 9 games against the Astros, though. Pitching a lot better of late.
Tired of waiting, backs out. Now Castro's going to go out. One out single by Calhoun. Nothing more for the Angels. Yet to get that first base runner to second base.
85 pitches thrown for Kazmir in this game.
The 1-2. Albert, this one down the line again. Long run for Rasmus. This one might be playable, and it is. The Angels are done here in the 6th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the frame, still with no score. Between Matt Shoemaker and Scott Kazmir. Nothing fancy, nobody overpowering anything, and hasn't been a lot of quick innings, but a pitcher's duel nonetheless. Shoe at 72 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and he will face the heart of the order here in CORREA, Valbuena, and LOWRIE.
Both pitchers, for the most part, avoided that middle part of the plate. Changing speeds on the outer half. Fastballs in to keep that outer part of the plate open for him.
Carlos Correa leading things off 1 for 2 tonight with a single back in the first. Takes a strike. Oh, 2.
That's great location. Fastball, same spot. Followed by a slider hitting that spot. That's a good miss right there for Shoemaker. And another fastball. A little bit off the outside corner. Close enough, it makes the hitter think he's going to paint the outside corner again. You can expand the zone away.
Went inside with an off-speed pitch. He hasn't looked comfortable tonight against Shoemaker.
Again, he's asking the home plate umpire, was it a strike? And the last time up, he's swung and missed at that fastball away. Asked the same thing.
First time the youngster has faced Shoemaker in his career. Wasn't around when Shoe pitched against Houston on May the 9th. This one's skied out to center. And on the hands again. 1 down. Follow the Angels all season long with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, statcast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet today. 2 months left of the season, folks. This is game number 101 for the Angels. July 31st tomorrow.
A lot of teams still in contention for the playoffs. It's going to be a great race all the way to that last weekend.
Valbuena swinging first pitch, fouls it off. First baseman tonight. 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Now, with all the moves that have occurred over the last week and a half leading up to tomorrow's trade deadline, I still think there's going to be a flurry of moves through the trade deadline tomorrow. This will pull foul, and it is 0-2. Padres have yet to make any moves.
They got some serious players. They can change the course for some teams. A number of big names. Kimbrel, Shields, Upton available.
One ball, 2 strikes. Yankees, you figure, will be doing something. Pineda placed on the DL today, forearm strain for him. This one pulled to the right side. Pujols to the backhand. Feeds Shoemaker. 2 outs.
Albert on the backhand, a good feed to Shoemaker covering the base. Led him perfectly. So in here, Albert in position. The backhand, even though Giavotella is right behind him, and the perfect feed to lead Shoemaker to find the base, catch the baseball, and get it out of the way of the runner.
And shortly after the play, a conversation ensued between Albert and Johnny Giavotella.
Say, were you behind me? He goes, yeah. He goes, that's okay. I got it.
Good place to be. Back me up. Ted Lowrie looks at the strike. Lowrie 0 for 2. Fly ball to left, fly ball to center. This one off the body. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Halos have Ibar, Cron, and Inetta due up in the 7th. And Lowrie skies one to right. Cole racing in is underneath it. Another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Shoemaker. 6 complete here. Minute Maid still. Goose eggs on the board for both sides. Money. Log on to MercuryInsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save.
And by Hyundai, the summer clearance is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Downtown Houston, the side of this 3-game series at Minute Maid Park. Houston taking the first 2 games. This one tied at 0 as we begin the 7th. That's Shoemaker. Scott Kazmir locked up in a pretty good pitcher's duel. 5 hits combined tonight. Eric Ibar 1 for 2. A single, bunt base hit in the 2nd, and a ground ball to short. That was in the 4th inning. Kazmir 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. This one pulled down the line and a nice diving stop by Jed Lowrie. 1 down.
Oh, we've seen Valbuena make that play so often. Now Jed Lowrie the same play. Carl was rocketed down the third baseline. Looked like it was going to be a double. Lowrie, nice play. Recovers quickly to throw at Eric Ibar at first base. Not playing that position since 2011. It's an outstanding play by Lowrie.
Chrono for 2, a fly ball to left and a pop-up. Jammed on both occasions. Able to get his arms extended on that one. 1-1.
Back to the Hyundai key. Certainly Shoemaker has done his part, what it takes. This is some great pitching by the Halos. Now it's up to CJ Cron and the offense. See if he can get a mistake here, get his arms extended, and drive one out of here. Tried it. Fastball upstairs. Got it by him.
He goes back to the off speed. 1-2 count.
He might try to go back upstairs.
Changeup gets Cron. 2 outs.
Boy, a perfect pitch from Kazmir. Changeup, turned it over. Great location. CJ Cron pulled off and just tried to foul that one away to keep his at bat alive.
One ball, one strike on Iannetta. Worked a walk in the 5th inning.
Kazmir's done a real nice job locating his changeup.
One or two. One, two on the way. And then fouls it off.
Seen a lot of foul balls hit that way. With that cutter inside, jamming right-handed batters. Generally try to follow right back up with a changeup down and away.
There's that changeup, and Iannetta hooks one out to left field. Preston Tucker at the wall makes the catch, and the Angels go down in order. Stretch time here in Houston. Still no score. Here in Houston, the Astros with a 1-game lead in the American League West after taking the first 2 from the Halos. The Rangers, by the way, 8 back. They are tied at 5. That game's in the 7th inning up at Globe Life Park. They're playing the Yankees. Seattle trailing Minnesota 7-5. Here we are scoreless. Oakland is idle tonight. No, they're playing Cleveland tonight.
Angels with some action in the bullpen. You might wonder why, especially with 6 shutout innings for Shoemaker this season. The first 6 innings when he's pitched, batting average against him 256. The 7th inning and later 364. Tom Socha has some bullpen action going.
Cesar Ramos, first man up. Shoemaker 87 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter. Rasmus 1 for 2. He singled in the 4th. He wanted to peel. He did not go. There's Ramos.
Great combination down in the bullpen. Good change up there from Shoemaker.
It's been a nice adjustment considering the pounding he took against this Astros team back in May. Easily be in the back of your mind going into a start. This one's shot down toward the left field corner, and Victorino will play the ricochet foul.
Not a lot of foul territory down there in the corner.
Oh.
Similar you see in Fenway Park.
I mentioned that start on May the 9th, and then you come into this ballpark, you see what the Astros have done in the first 2 games of the series. 25 combined hits, 16 runs, and you're sitting there going, uh-oh.
Pretty good time to try that split finger fastball, run it down and away though. And after a fastball down and away, time to follow it up with the same pitch.
Marwin Gonzalez has come out to the on-deck circle. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gonzalez back to Chris Carter. Switch hitter. Got him swinging. Down goes Rasmus. 1 down.
A quick conversation with Ionnet and Shoemaker. Went back-to-back 4-seam fastballs in the inner half. It's a swing and miss. So a hitter on the fastball down and away.
Here's Gonzalez. Carter, by the way, went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Carter coming into the game 3 for 6 against Shoe with 2 home runs. Some real good pitches by Shoemaker against Carter versus AJ to make this decision.
Gonzalez hitting 264, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs, 1 for 5 as a pinch hitter. He's much better from the right side of the plate this year. 313 versus the left, 233. Looks at a strike. Marwin got the start at first base in the opening game of the series on Tuesday. Batting in the 2 spot. They're going 1 for 2. A single, 2 walks, and a sac bunt. Albert playing very deep at first. Yankees have taken a lead up in Texas. Hard to share with the second home run of the game. 6-5 in that one with a slow fast back and forth. CC Sabathia, Giovanni Gallardo. Gallardo may have hurt his trade value.
Still talk about the Dodgers interested in him.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Gonzalez. Back-to-back strikeouts for Shoemaker. 2 down.
It's that nasty split finger fastball. You're on deck. You're coming in as a pinch hitter. You see exactly what Shoemaker went after Rasmus with. Back-to-back fastballs up. Got him the swing and miss in the last one. Anticipating the fastball there. Instead got a split finger fastball.
Jason Castro batting with 2 outs and the bases clear. We can only hope that this is the beginning of a terrific second half run for Matt Shoemaker. Wherever he ends up in the rotation, bullpen or otherwise, as was the case last year. Trying to get through the 7th inning. Castro takes just off the plate. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher 0 for 2. Shoemaker had a terrific start against the Twins. Picked up the win. Another fantastic outing tonight so far. 1-1. Breaking ball, rolled foul, 1-2. Go back to 2014, especially after Garrett Richards went down with the injury. Shue stepped in, and the spectacular 12 games, 11 starts, a 9-2 record, and a 1.87 ERA.
Some serious depth now in the rotation. You got Jerry Weaver doing a rehab assignment, start in the minor leagues tonight also.
Those numbers I reeled off post All-Star break. Castro shoots one over to third. One hopper to Taylor Featherston. A 1-2-3 for Matt Shoemaker, and a fantastic start for him tonight. 7 complete. We're still scoreless as we head to the 8th.
Game heading into the 8th inning. Welcome back to the field at Minute Maid Park. Everyone, Ken French with you. Don't forget, following this one, it's all about Angels Live post-game presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Jose and Mo and I are going to bring you the highlights and interviews from the finale in this series, and also preview the upcoming series in Los Angeles, full of all-stars and MVPs. Guys, you alluded to it, but Kershaw taking on Santiago, a couple all-stars, and also 2 reigning MVPs going head-to-head in Trout and Kershaw. Game number 2, Zach Greinke facing off against Trout for the first time since the first inning of the All-Star game. Should be a lot of fun to watch.
That's certainly going to be a blast, but this one is tonight so far also.
The Angels have picked a bad time this week to go into an offensive slump, especially going into a series against the Dodgers with Kershaw with 29 scoreless innings. Greinke coming off his stretch that was snapped in his last start against the Mets. Back toward the middle, and GIAVOTELLA with a leadoff single. 1 for 3 game for Johnny.
That's the good swing you want to see from GIAVOTELLA. That level line drive type swing. That's back to back. Get another good shot up the middle. Last at bat went off the glove of Kazmir and over to GIAVOTELLA. I mean, over to Altuve, but GIAVOTELLA right here stayed back on this one. Well, base it up the middle.
Houston starts to crank up the arms in their bullpen out in right center field as Taylor Featherston comes to the plate. I'd imagine in a sacrifice situation here. Featherston has been tied up by Kazmir tonight. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He drops the ball. A beautiful ball on the first base side. Valbuena scoops it up, feeds Altuve, and there's the sacrifice. And the Angels get their first base run of the night to second.
Perfect bunt by Featherston. Get in that baseball. Perfect technique by Featherston, getting the job done, advancing GIAVOTELLA into scoring position and made sure he got right back outside of that foul line going down the line just in case the throw hits him in the back.
The old running lane. So Victorino will bat here with a man at second and 1 out. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Strikeout and 2 fly balls to Tucker. Left field. Pickoff attempt. Victorino's seen a lot of off-speed stuff tonight, as has Eric Ibar. Kazmir's thrown a bevy of changeups throughout this game. Tony Sipp, the left-hander. Pat Neshek, the right-hander.
A lot of room, the left center field for Victorino. Versus that pitch count has gotten up now for Kazmir, more apt to make a mistake upstairs. 102 pitches thrown for Kazmir. See if Victorino can shoot the gap here and the Halos lead.
In the dirt, Castro blocks it. GIAVOTELLA stays at second. Better make sure that you can get to third base. You're going to make that decision.
Especially this part of the lineup here at the top of the order. Actually did a nice job of keeping that in front. You can see right away Victorino putting his hand up there for GIAVOTELLA to stay at second.
Dual count. 3-0.
Pitch off the plate. Kazmir wanted it. Castro wanted it. All the fans in the stands wanted that call, but a little bit off the outside corner. See Derek corner, our Foxtrot, this off the corner.
Three and 1. Calhoun on deck. Four strikeouts, 2 walks for Kazmir tonight. And he lays off, and there's ball 4. So 2 on, 1 out. Calhoun coming up.
It's one of those tough calls as a manager. Do you go to the bullpen now? And if there are a walk, 2 men on, you have a lefty versus lefty, but you have a left-handed pitcher up in the bullpen also for you.
Cole with a base hit his last time up. Went around.
With a base hit to the left side of the infield. Kazmir's throwing a lot of pitches, especially all speed pitches away. Showing enough fastballs in to try to open up the outer part of the plate against him. A good swing last at bat for Cole.
Fouled off. And it's an 0-2 count. GIAVOTELLA at second. Victorino at first. Now one in the dirt. 1-2.
Great job by Matt Shoemaker tonight.
Joe Smith getting ready to pen. Got Trout on deck. He's looking for a kind of advance the base runners. Get a knock, so be it. He said his last plate appearance was a good piece of hitting down and away, just went right back up the middle. CORREA is shading him toward the middle. RASMUS very shallow and right. Matter of fact, all three outfielders very shallow. Now Ty gets away. All the way to the backstop. The runners will advance 90 feet. So GIAVOTELLA ends up at third. And VICTORINO at second.
Castro's done a nice job blocking some of these pitches in the dirt this inning. You've seen the pitcher was getting tired. He tried to muscle up on that slider. Missed badly. Overthrown breaking ball. Castro tried to be able to keep that in front of him, but no chance on that one. It gets underneath the arm. Into the backstop, forcing that infield in now for the Astros.
That's just one of those you pray the ball hits your body and stays there.
So that's a product of getting tired. That pitch count up to 110 for Casimir.
Casimir plants back to 2-2. Cole went around. 2 outs. Swung at a pitch around his neck. AJ Hinch is coming out. It means Padres will be summoned here to face Mike Trout. But Casimir in his home debut will depart with 2 outs here in the 8th. 2 men on. And a scoreless tie. Through 7 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 111 pitches, second most pitches he's thrown this year. Threw 112 2 starts ago as a member of the Oakland A's. Pat Neshek takes over on the mound here with 2 outs, and men at second and third base are in and out. Who's in, who's out. Neshek on the relief for the 44th time, 3-1 record, a 2.58 ERA, 38 1/3 innings. His 34 strikeouts, just 6 walks. So he's going to be around the zone. Pitching in last night's game, went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout. He'll face Mike Trout. GIAVOTELLA third, VICTORINO at second. Trout 2 for 9 in his career against Neshek with 2 triples, and he's also struck out 5 times.
Fastball 86 to 90 range. Sliders, there's a lot of them. Occasional changeup.
Mike tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. First one in for a strike.
Seeing the Astros in these scenarios walk Trout to load the bases and face Albert Pujols, but with that wrist, maybe it's not quite 100%. They're going after Trout now.
It's a bullpen with a lot of confidence too. 18 and 16 this year and a 2.69 bullpen ERA. 0-1 lifted in the air. First base side headed to the seats. 0-2. First time tonight that the Angels have had a man at second base. First time tonight they've had multiple base runners on board in any inning. Wild pitch putting him at second and third. Calhoun struck out for the second out. Now Trout in the hole here at 0-2. And they're on their feet here at Minute Maid. 0-2 pitch. Check swing foul. Slider. Reset and do it again.
Broke the bat. Yeah. Off the end of the bat. I think Castro wanted that pitch upstairs. He was trying to set a high target. A little flare in the outfield will work perfectly for Trout and the Angels here.
Neshek ready the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Astros with a game lead in the West. They're taking that top spot. They've been in first place 88 days this year. Still a serious buzz here in Houston about this team. Not afraid to go out and pick up players. They picked up CASTRO, they picked up Carlos Gomez earlier today. That's why you've got so many folks on their feet here at Minute Maid. Scoreless tie in the 8th. 1-2 outside. Slider again. RASMUS very shallow and right. He's played there pretty much the entire series. MARISNICK go get it at center. He's shading Trout toward right center field.
I think they're going to continue to try to get Trout to chase something off the outside corner.
Pujols on deck. Here's now the 2-2. Fastball down. Came right after him. A fastball up and away. And the Angels lead 2 in scoring position. Well at the bottom of the 8th, still scoreless.
In the driver's seat, brought to you by Kia. Matt Shoemaker is outstanding tonight. 7 scoreless innings. This 3 hits allowed, 7 punch-outs. Last 5 starts, including tonight. ERA 1.78 for Shoe. Really getting a good feel for that fastball again, but his fastball command was great. His splitter was awesome too. And slider, curveball, very good as well.
Joe Smith takes over on the mound here at the bottom of the 8th inning for Matt Shoemaker. He'll face 9-1-2. MARISNICK, Altuve, and Tucker. 44th game, 4-3 mark, a 307 earned run average. First time that Joe's pitched in the series. Last workday, a scoreless inning on Sunday against Texas. Slider missing inside. Marisnick tonight 0 for 2. A strikeout looking in the third, a fly ball to right in the fifth. Ground ball, weakly hit towards short. Ibar bobbles it. Marisnick out at first still. Call at first by Chad Fairchild as Eric had that ball run right up him. And he stuck with it.
Strong enough arm to make this a close play. Houston may challenge it. They're going to challenge it. The bobble, but the firm throw. Depending if that foot touched the base before it was secured by Albert Pujols, it's going to be a real close one. See this angle, see if his foot.
That looked like the foot may have gotten there ahead of the ball hitting the webbing. Everyone's roaring at a replay up at the big scoreboard.
When the foot
that they freeze frame and you can't even see the foot on the base.
A lot of umpires in the stands tonight.
Yeah. But this replay, it appears as if the foot may have gotten down before that ball hits that webbing.
See if there's contact with the foot on the base. Wow, it looked like he just touched the base before the baseball's in the glove.
Okay, again, we're talking about the definitive angle, right?
Exactly.
It worked in the Angels' favor the other day because the call at first was safe for Eric Ibar. Because it looked as if the foot had touched the base. Now, is there a definitive angle that shows the foot touching the base and the ball not in the glove? That's the question. But I mean, if you're AJ Hinch, you've got to challenge that.
Yes, no doubt, especially when you have speed at first and speed at the plate without Altuve.
So the call at first is out. Greg Gibson and Chad Fairchild with the headsets. And safe at first. Call is overturned. So they did find a definitive angle. It appeared as if the foot did get there just before that ball hit the webbing. So it looks like Ibar will be charged with an error. And now you've got to worry about Marisnick at first, and not only that, Altuve at the plate. Marisnick with 14 stolen bases on the season, has been caught 5 times. Altuve can handle the bat. He's 0 for 2, and he's also been hit by a pitch.
You see one of two things from Joe Smith in the Angels here: either step off or the quick throw over the first base to see if there's any indication whatsoever that Altuve would square around, or even a potential stolen base effort. Keep in mind, Joe Smith has an outstanding move to first base.
Ibar gets charged with his 10th error. There's that step-off throw over.
Joe Smith with 2 pickoffs this year.
Definitive look, as we're being told by Major League Baseball.
Sometimes Joe Smith is extremely quick on that pickoff. This might be the time to try to pick off Marisnick at first.
Marisnick, little stutter step, and Joe thrown to first would have had him. He started to go before Joe delivered the pitch. Fortunately, Altuve fouled it off. Otherwise, you're talking about a man at second.
Yeah, that hesitation.
One ball, one strike. Altuve 1 for 11 in his career against Joe Smith. Nobody out here in the 8th. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. Shoemaker tonight, 7 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter. Great outing for him. Angels had their chance in the 8th. 2 runners on and 1 out. Back-to-back strikeouts. Altuve bounces one back to Smith, fires the second for 1, the relay back to first, got him! Double play.
Well, you talk about textbook on a 1-6-3 double play. A very difficult runner to double up. But the perfect feed, hard takeout by Marisnick at second base against Eric Ibar. But a perfect feed from Joe Smith. And Eric hung in there long enough to complete that double play. Fields the position very well, lands the right way. A good feed. Quickly, he's able to turn that one a hard slide by Marisnick. Perfect feed from Joe Smith set this one up. You see how that late hard slide by Marisnick almost forced the high throw from Ibar, but that strong arm gets him 1-6-3 double play.
Conversation with Ionetta and Smith. Nobody on base. Preston Tucker, the left fielder, 1 for 3, singled into third. Breaking ball, backdoor, misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Halos in the 9th have Pujols, Ibar, and Crone due up. Carlos Correa on deck.
Back at 3-0. Get something out of the strike zone.
This one line to center, a base hit with 2 outs. So Correa will bow with a man on board.
Not a bad pitch either for Joe. Was down and away and off the outside corner. There's a ball up the middle of the line.
Correa 1 for 3. A single back in the first inning. Breaking ball for a strike. Correa with just 1 plate appearance. Probably 2 plate appearances against Joe Smith. 0 for 1 with a walk. Scoreless here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs.
0-2. Jammed him inside. Shoemaker was effective doing that also. Away early, fastball in, fastball away to finish him off.
This one out towards center field. Trout is there. We head to the ninth with Pujols, Ibart, Crone coming up. Scoreless tie. Tweet your strongest fan photo to hashtag WestDataStrong for a chance to be featured in an upcoming broadcast, and it's brought to you by T-Mobile. Luke Gregerson, the closer, has come on a relief here in the top of the ninth inning with no score. Gregerson pitched last night. He struggled, gave up 2 runs in his 1 inning, giving up 4 hits.
25 pitches thrown. He was trying to get some work in. At that point, the Astros were up 6-1. That's the dilemma sometimes as a manager. You want to get your closer some work. They've thrown a lot of pitches now as to come back tonight with a 0-0 game and have to face Albert Pujols, who got him last night.
Albert Pujols to lead things off, followed by Eric Ibart, then C.J. Crone. Breaking ball for a strike. Last night,
it's a hanging breaking ball. It's at his 49th career regular season home run against the Astros.
Nasty sinking action on that one. The 0-2. And he got out of the breaking ball. Howard chases that slider. There's the first out here in the ninth. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts by the Astros bullpen.
This breaking ball well out of the strike zone. Albert chases that pitch.
Brings up Ibart. I misspoke. 2 consecutive strikeouts by the bullpen. Kazmir had the one of Calhoun. That was his last batter.
One thing Mike Socha does have, especially with a right-hander in Gregerson on the mound, he has 2 lefties on the bench right now, and David De Jesus, and he also has David Murphy.
Ibart tonight 1 for 3, a bunt base hit in the second. He will look at a strike. 1-1 on the way. Ibar shoots a foul. Lowry playing in at third, so trying to take a shot at slapping one past him. Lowry robbed Eric of potential extra base in the seventh. Terrific diving stop. That was against Casimir. Ended up going 7 2/3 tonight. No runs, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Just got a piece of that one. Cal remains at 1-2.
Breaking ball once again from Gregerson. Ibar barely getting a piece of that one. Hits it off his leg.
Eric yanks would foul. Same type of pitch, that breaking ball on the inside part of the plate. Gregerson, veteran addition to this Astros bullpen. Been an issue over the last several years. Rehauled it, much better.
Good protection swing there. Shaq doing a nice job too. The veteran down their bullpen. Throwing that big strikeout against Mike Trout. Finish off the last inning.
Mold Trout to sleep with those sliders. What, 4 straight sliders? And then went fastball up and away and got him. Oh, hit him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eric last night singled against Gregerson. Crone, who's on deck, struck out against him. He was on a slider. He was down and away. Actually took a couple of fastballs for hacking at that breaking ball. Ground ball back to the mound. 2 down.
Like Joe Smith, Gregerson lands in a good fielding position. Make this play on this ground ball right back up the middle. Follows through, lands a good fielding position. They field out, went quickly through the first base to get the second out.
Chrono for 3 tonight. Hits one out toward right center field. Marisnick is there. He got jammed a little bit. And it's a 1-2-3 ninth. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. And Jose Alvarez might be coming on a relief. Scoreless. switch hitting batter and a lefty coming up, so that's why Mike Scioscia is going to Jose Alvarez with no score. Alvarez pitched last night and was not a good outing whatsoever for him. Very consistent, somewhat timid in one at bat. That was against Rasmus that kind of opened up the inning for him. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 strikeout, 1 walk in his 1 inning of relief. See how he fares here tonight. No room for error. Luis Valbuena lead things off, the first baseman tonight. 0 for 2. 2 ground outs and a walk. Alvarez taking over for Joe Smith, who went 1 inning, gave up a hit, the rest zeros.
Dangerous hitter here. Batting average not high, but good power, especially going the other way. And in this ballpark.
Valbuena singled against Alvarez in the bottom of the 8th last night. Scored 1 of the 2 runs. The slider missing away. Ivar shading Valbuena toward the middle. Featherston off the line. See where Ionetta's set up. Pretty close.
Just barely missed off the outside corner.
Yeah. That might be a product, though, if you think about it, how far Chris was set up. Just the appearance of being in the other batter's box.
The velocity from Perez there at 92.
It's dangerous, too, to be living in that part of the strike zone with Valbuena. He's got that swing. We've seen it already here. Not necessarily this series, but previous series.
He's just letting that baseball travel and just trying to hit the ball that way.
Going back outside, the 2-2. He tied him up with a fastball. Down and in. It's foul tipped into the mitt, and there's the first out.
Yeah, missed location, but I think that's a better location for a pitch against Valbuena, what he was trying to do. Trying to let that ball travel as deep in that strike zone as possible because it was the only inner half to not make good enough contact to stay alive in that at bat.
Jed Lowrie spins around to hit from the right side. He's 0 for 3 tonight. He started third base. Cues that one foul. 9 for 19 this year from the right side. He was on a 60-day disabled list with a thumb injury. Occurred sliding in a hole in the game against the Padres. Oh, 1 pitch. So. One and 2. One, 2 on the way. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the season, Alvarez did a nice job for the Angels. 35th game. 2-1 record of 3.48 ERA. 37 strikeouts, now 38 strikeouts at 41 2/3. Opponents hit .212 against him. Full count. Rasmus on deck. Should we get to the 10th? Looks like Will Harris will pitch for the Astros.
Pitch has Gaddis available on his bench also tonight.
Payoff pitch. Lowrie draws a walk. Got ahead of him, ends up walking him. Now he'll face Rasmus.
Tight race in this AL West, a very tight game here tonight at Minute Maid Park.
Rasmus tonight 1 for 3 with a single in the 4th. Evens up the count. 3 infielders on the right side with Rasmus at the plate. Featherstone all by himself on the left side. Two and one. Three and one. At some point, you're going to have to go after a guy, especially a left-handed batter.
Missed by quite a bit on this breaking ball. See a little bit closer than when it's across the front part of the plate. A lot of movement in the glove there by Chris, and he tried to frame that.
That is out toward left center field. Trout tracking it. 2 outs. Lowrie back to first. Mike Scioscia coming out. Marwin Gonzalez due up. Fernando Salas will be called upon. Pitching change here in the 9th inning with the winning run at first and 2 down in a scoreless game. Salas pitched much better of late. A good month of July. On the year, Salas 1-1 with a 3.89. This being his 45th game.
A good velocity with his fastball late, 90-92 range, good change up. Slider's been solid.
Marlon Gonzalez pinch hit for Chris Carter. That was in the 7th inning. Striking out. First pitch swinging, comes up empty. It's an 0-1 count.
High fastball at 90. Much down the heart of the plate, though.
10th game that Fernandez pitched in the month of July. 11 strikeouts. No walks in 7 1/3 innings. Just 3 hits allowed. He's got himself a 1.23 earned run average this month. Jed Lowrie, the base runner at first base. Oh, what pitch? Foul back. 0-2. Should we get to the 10th inning, the Angels have the bottom third of its order coming up. I netted GIAVOTELLA and FEATHERSTON. As you pointed out, plenty of left-handed hitting options. Gillespie, Jesus, Murphy. Will Harris, the righty, getting ready. Oh, 2. Little flare up the shallow center. That's going to get down for a hit. Lowrie will stop at second. Boy, just reached out for it. Picks up the single, the winning run in scoring position now. Jason Castro coming up.
And off the plate, he just flicked it into the outfield. Change up. A bit higher than he wanted it, though. Just flicks that into the outfield for a base hit.
Castro trying to leave the ballpark. He's 0 for 3 tonight. 2 fly ball outs and a ground ball to third. One ball and strike. Lowrie not a burner at second base, but you can bet with 2 outs representing the winning run, Gary Pettis will be waving him home.
Pretty good arms in the outfield here for the Angels also.
One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. Pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2.
Two-seam fastball got a little too much of the plate. Ran out over the middle of the plate. Good enough movement to get a swing and miss.
Salas is 1-2. This in the air to right field. Cole Calhoun racing back, and the Astros have walked off on the Angels. Jason Castro with a 3-run blast. The Angels swept in Houston. The final tonight, 3-0.
That's that inside fastball. He was looking, got it again this time. Missed the last pitch from Fernando, but got that fastball once again. And now it's time for the top tier play of the game, brought to you by Arco on that swing from Jason Castro. It's a fastball, inner half. And this time does not miss it, turns on it, gets it out to right center field here at Minute Maid Park. 3-run home run, his 8th home run, now 22 RBI on the season as the Astros extend their lead against the Angels with 2 games with that swing of the bat by Castro.
Jason Castro with his 2nd career walk-off. And it's a 3-0 Astros victory. The Angels now find themselves 2 back in the West and headed back home to Southern California to face Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers beginning tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. 3-0 the final. Stick around. Angels Live post game is coming up next.